sprightly. In fact, he's having a look right now, and he's going to push on. There he goes. Well, see ya. Tom Dumoulin was close at hand, and Dumoulin's looking around and starting to ask some questions. Will anybody be minded to go with Gilbert? He's 2 minutes and 15 down. He shouldn't be a danger to Dumoulin, but he's messing it up, which is fantastic. And he drifts over to one side, almost has a laugh, and opens the door as well for a secondary attack. And surely it's not Viviani who picks it up yet again. Might well be. Look like him. Lucas Bosselberger up front. They're rolling with the punches at the moment. It looks like there's a brief hiatus in hostilities. So, as we approach the Dendoderberg, that will be in about, 13 kilometres time. We'll keep an eye on this, and then we'll be back with you after this short break. They're all looking for partners in crime at the moment. We'll roll with the punches, as they have to today. So we'll take that break, and we will be back with you after this.
Technologies in Eurosport are teaming up to give cycling fans never-before-seen access to this year's biggest cycling races of the season. CA API management and CA app analytics tools help to channel turn rider data into interactive maps, rich on-air graphics, and deeper analysis of each stage of the Giro and other key races throughout the season. It's an unrivaled second-screen app experience, all the way to the finish line. See how it was built at CA.com.
Hey, I'm Peter Sagan, and that's a revolution.
Bora, the revolution continues. Cooking in fresh air. Extracting vapors without a cooker hood.
I love this cooking revolution. That's Bora.
Hello, Grandpa.
Hello, most beautiful girl.
This is Buddy. Buddy?
Connected with BT Infinity. Faster Wi-Fi around your home than major UK broadband providers. Be there. BT.
Jim by Thai. Togetherness. A connection beyond man and machine. The all-new Mazda CX-5. Available 0% APR. Drive together. Voyage privé. Save up to 70% off on 4- and 5-star holidays. Join voyageprivé.com now.
At Oak Furnitureland, get a free gift worth up to £300 when you spend £1,500, with beautiful clocks, lamps and mirrors for every home. Oak Furnitureland.
Skechers Sport with memory foam.
Sup, player? You thinking it's too much hassle switching energy supplies, even though it could save you hundreds of pounds? With your switch, it's a cinch. Like the time you put up that tent before darkness fell. All that time you changed that duvet by yourself. That's right, Stephen. Just go online or call them up, and the rest is history.
Steve can do this.
Yes, you can.
You switch. Switching made simple.
Just over 16 kilometres to go, and it's still very lively on the front. We had a push for bonus seconds on the final of the intermediate sprint involving Tom Dumoulin and Tim Wellens. Still, Brian, we wait for official confirmation as to whether Tom Dumoulin managed to steal a second, and if he did, it has big implications for the finale.
Well, the last of the golden kilometre bonus sprints was just at the end there. We just saw, before we went to a break, a sprint between Philip Gilbert, Tom Dumoulin and Tim Wellens. Gilbert takes 2 seconds, and obviously he's a student who he's only 2 seconds behind Yasser Sutherland in 9th place. Gilbert started in 10th, so he's already thinking of kind of trying to creep up, taking the bonus seconds and trying to creep up the overall. But the important thing was that it was a close finish for the 1 second between Tom Dumoulin and Tim Wellens, and I think Tom Dumoulin got it, which makes here we are now, which will put him
at last
5 seconds and 5 seconds in front.
So there's your first sprint. Not too worried about that. Tom Dumoulin took a second there, by the way, on the first sprint. So he's got more than we actually thought. Now let's have a look on the third sprint. So he's already done the job essentially, but the third and final one is the important one that we. To be fair, I didn't know he'd actually nicked that one, and there it is. So he actually got 2 seconds because he had one earlier.
Yeah, 6 seconds he now takes back. He takes 2 seconds, so he's now 6 seconds back. So with 10, 6 and 4, then it's all to play for. It's the pressure now really mounting on Tim Wellens, because Tim Wellens has to finish first and second in this stage if he's got any thoughts about winning this race overall now.
Yeah, indeed. So a little bit of pressure reduction by Tom Dumoulin in the intermediate sprints. Brian, that was very good play, and a proper insurance policy has been taken out here by Mr. Giro.
Yes, good effort there from Tom Dumoulin. He was attentive and he was able to beat Tim Wellens, because if it went the other way around, then it could have opened the door with the bonus seconds at the finish. But we could see a split in the finish as well. It's a hard grind up towards the finishing line. But I think Tom Dumoulin will want to try and follow Tim Wellens all the way to the finishing line today.
It's nice to see the golden kilometre then having an impact. Certainly it caused a bit of animation at that point. Would you like to see the golden kilo being extended to other races, Brian? It seems to have been a success here and also on the Tour of Belgium.
Yes, we're looking at it. I just think it's kind of null and void a little bit in the flatter stages, but definitely in the most aggressive days like today and yesterday as well, it played its part. So yeah, I think it's a good addition.
I'd like to see on the Tour of Britain. Should we speak to Mick?
You can.
Mick Bennett, of course, the impresario, race director and general good guy, who delivers us the fabulous Tour of Britain, the ultimate prep for the Worlds. He thinks that many other riders do as well. So yeah, hope you'll be able to keep in touch with that live here on Eurosport. It takes place at the same time, of course, as the Vuelta, the Tour of Spain, the final Grand Tour of the season, which you'll also be able to keep in touch with live here on Eurosport. Your home of cycling. At the moment, it seems that you're rack full of cycling, what with Norway, the United States being very well covered. Oh, not again, Peter Sagan, but guess what? He's going to be attended to rather swiftly. 13 k's from home, though. It seems that if he didn't have bad luck, he'd have no luck at all.
Yeah, you could see him drifting back there, and he was sitting at the back, not panicking at all, not showing anybody there was a trouble there, just putting his hand up, and just a quick change of bike, easier than changing the wheel, and he gets help from the Trek Segafredo team car, and he'll be back in no time whatsoever.
Well, good. And in fact, there's a brief hiatus here as everyone looks at each other. Trek, are we helping out Sagan? Yeah, we're helping out. Meanwhile, time to start building and pushing yet again, and Tony Martin can't help himself at moments such as this on Cologne. And time to dig, maybe for glory, and if the GC men start juking now, Tony Martin may well have his chance at a long-range ace, proving that he's good at these kind of inclines as well. He can take a short, sharp shock. In fact, he's first man usually in the mountains for his team as a super domestique, as it were, sets a tempo up an incline. And this won't be helping Peter Sagan at all at the moment. He's just getting himself back in, but not panicking, just riding the cars as you will. Not something that ever seems to get punished, I have to say. Obviously you're not allowed to hang on to them, and you're not allowed to do it too much, but there we go.
Tony Martin has been in the break all day. I know he's getting stronger in this race, but Matt Pedersen from Trek Segafredo jumped across to him, and now Tony Martin has left him behind. Peter Winning trying to do something now for Rompot, but just goes to show you how strong Tony Martin is riding today. As you said, rightly said, that Peter Sagan not panicking at all. He's just coming up ever so slowly, using the cars, and
He's a teammate.
he's using the cars to his advantage because he doesn't want to waste any energy at all, because he'll need that energy for the next two climbs.
So here we are. Wheeling doing a terrific job here. Tony Martin as well, just keeping us nice and busy. Is that Phil Gill who's gone for it again?
Backcock just coming up now for quick step floors.
There we are. It was. Forgive me. I thought the legs weren't tanned enough, which is why I asked myself the question. And so it proves to be the paler Peter Backcock who's making the move right now. 11.6 kilometres from home. This is good work. You know, we've spoken about Roompot time and time again. They've made a very good account of themselves at this level.
Well, Peter Winning is a quality rider, and but I don't think he can match them on a moor and climb up to the finishing line. So he wants to try and get in one of these kind of splinter groups. A lot of the GC contenders are kind of sitting and looking at each other, but I think the attacks will come again on the Dendereursberg, and it's going to be an interesting one. In fact, it's neither Gilbert or Backhout, it's in fact Stibar coming up here.
Bakelants is getting animated, so is Greg van Avermaet. I think Greg probably thought it was a great time to stick one to Peter Sagan at a moment such as this. Sagan's fumbling for a gel at the moment. Somebody give him one, for goodness sake. And indeed, they're starting to waver and weave just behind. It's turning into a cat and mouse game as we come through Vaarbeek, the outside of town. And indeed, we're into the Omkops. We're back on the circuit as the Dorder-Roordenberg, which is hard to say, looms large again. They'll be there in 4 kilometres time, so this will be the race to get there in a decent position, right?
Yeah, it is, and Peter Winning still going strong here, and in fact it's Dries Devenijns. It's there for quick step floors. Tony Martin coming up, the South African champion, is also there. Janse van Rensburg, but it's all coming back together as we come down this descent to start heading towards the next climb of the Dendereursberg, and we'll be quick on it. But the GC contenders want to be looking at each other, but Tom Dumoulin will not want to let Tim Wellens out his sight now.
No, and that's the point. He just has to mark his wheel, essentially. Wellens is sprightly, especially up the sort of inclines we've got. More of a tempo man, I think it's fair to say, would be Tom Dumoulin, but nonetheless, he'll set a decent tempo up here. Sailing over this roundabout. It's a tight entry into it, is it not? It's almost like it kicks over towards the left before they take the right, left and right as well. It's a technical thing getting through at that sort of pace, and here we go. Time to dig deep, and Vakoc wants to set a marker out here, and I think this will be for Phil Gill. See how far back he is. 9.5 from home, and there's a real pace about it at the moment. Look how strung out they are. As soon as you get round that technical roundabout, it certainly was. It squeezed them. The Minions and Tony Martin on the nose for now. Waiting for the big turn to come to our climb, and in fact not that much road to play with at the moment. They're strung out, no wind today, Brian, and that's possibly a blessing for some.
Yeah, no wind and rain, but certainly a lot of racing to be done. Just swinging left now. Devenijns and Tony Martin. Tony Martin has done a huge ride today. You can see he was starting to get stronger as this race goes on, but nobody letting him go. Gorka Izagiri coming up here, Nathan on the wheel. Everybody's now starting to think of this next climb coming up and the push for the finishing line as well.
Looming large, as you can see, the German champion here, Max Berghoff this year. So used to seeing Greipel in those colours, and here's Tom Dumoulin. Well, if you want a man who's casting a large, long shadow over low country cycling at the moment, then look no further. That was interesting. Valgren, I think, is just going over to the other side of the road, trying to keep in touch with the man from Katusha. I think it's Niels Pollitt with his rangy style with 8.4 kilometres to go. The Belgian champion as well. Don't rule him out today. Ollie Nason's been shining brightly on occasion, but with these rolling punches that come off the front, somebody thinks they can go from distance. They might be right, Brian.
Yeah, good time trialist, Joos van Emden for Lotto NL Jumbo. Pollitt trying to come across there, but yeah, we've seen Tony Martin have a crack at this. Joos van Emden, he's been very, very quiet in this race, having a go for Lotto NL Jumbo, and he's got Niels Pollitt just for company, but just behind you can see the blue jerseys now stacking up the front of the main group now. I think Gilbert will possibly have a go before we come into the Moor.
Are you going to pick Gilbert today?
Sagan.
You go for Sagan? I think I'll go for Phil Gill. I'd love to see the pair of them having a dig at each other. It'll happen. 7.7 then from home at the moment. Philippe Gilbert being teed up rather nicely, as you can see. But for the time being, it's Van Emden and Pollitt who find themselves on the front. 7.5 to go, and in fact we're 1,400 metres from the top of the Denderode. 700 metres, 8%. It's a nasty sapper, and as you can see, Tom Dumoulin looms into view. He's in the top 5. He's keeping tabs on Wellens, and no mistake. And here's your turn, Brian. We're going to be climbing.
Yeah, it's a smaller group now, still all together. Hughes Van Emden and Niels Pollitt just about caught by the group led by Quick-Step Floors. A couple of twists and turns now as we start to head towards the final climb of the Dendereursberg, 700 metres at 8%, and then it'll be fast all the way to the finish in Gerasberg, and with that climb up of 600 metres at 7.6%.
That little downhill section there with the off-camber, no wonder that house is for sale. I imagine there's been the odd vehicle come and visit for tea. Yes, sketchy moment, but if it's in the wet, thankfully it's been dry today. Just heading up and over one of the big drainage dikes in this part of the world, the wooden bridge giving a rattle. And 6.6 to go, not quite climbing just yet, but we're about to start. So the Denderode-berg, finally got it, 700 metres, followed almost immediately by the Moor, of which we finish halfway up. We're only 6.3 from home, Brian. This is the pointy end.
Yeah, the race obviously could be won and lost in this next climb, and it is all strung out. You just see Devon Hines get blown off the back, and also Tony Martin, who's been in the break all day and on the attack as well. So it's all kind of stringing out. Yves Lampaert it was on the front for Quick-Step Floors, but now Mads Pedersen is looking to set up Jasper Stuyven.
Mads, you have to be looking at the incline that we're dealing with. Thankfully the cobbles here, you'd think they were quite benign. They're round, almost pebble like these, and quite small. They're set into concrete, so they don't rattle. Unlike the bars and indeed the shock absorbers, which are the elbows and such moments. And as you can see, there's a great deal of tremor going through the arms of the riders. And Peter Sagan suddenly hoves into view on the right-hand side of our screen. Over on the other side of the road, Michael Valgren as well starting to dig in for glory. This is it, Brian, the pointy end of the day, and in fact, that is the point. It is the big names who are coming to the fore right now. None bigger than Peter Sagan, who's threading a needle at the moment. Greg van Avermaet goes aware of the danger. GVA goes off the front, and Peter Sagan is on his case right now. Kerkelaer also staying in for the fun, and there's Tom Dumoulin. And Peter Sagan, though, picks it up and drives into the incline, and he's not going to hold back now.
No, he's not going to hold back at all, and gaps starting to appear. Big effort by Greg van Avermaet. The race leader has now distanced Tim Wellens as well. He's got Sutherland and Kerkelaer on his wheel.
Kerkelaer just struggling to stay with that trio. Tom Dumoulin checks over his shoulder, can't see anything, looks back, sees Valgren and Van Mark hovering into view, but Wellens is nowhere to be seen. This bodes well for Dumoulin, and Sagan looks at Van Avermaet and says, come on, let's do this together. At least, surely you want second place, more than fifth or sixth. Van Avermaet accepts the challenge. They'll be duking it out late on. Further back here in that quartet, you can see as well, we've got Lars Bohm, or is it Jos van Emden, beg your pardon, and along with Philippe Gilbert as a quartet trying to get back in. 4.9 kilometres then from home. Brief respite in hostilities and a look over. It's how much do you want it? That's the question that's being asked, albeit silently at the moment. Kerkelaer from Orica is in here as well. Yash Sutherland likewise from Movistar, and there it is, Tom Dumoulin as well as the graphics man tries to reassemble, and here comes Tim Wellens trying to get back on, or at least prove something to Tom Dumoulin, the leader, that he's close at hand. Change of pace by Kerkelaer, who just drives on. It may well be somebody like him who takes the day 4.4 from home. They haven't got the most testy part of the mirror up to the chapel, with finishing in the square just in advance of it before the end of today, but there's only 4.3 kilometres left of today's racing. And Peter Sagan versus Greg Van Avermaet as well, as that's actually come up onto the nose right now. Wow, what a finish.
Yeah, it's not finished yet. 4.1 kilometres still to go. But Tim Wellens, that was a big effort, trying to come up to the front group with Tom Dumoulin in it. But Vakoch now, the Czech rider for Quick Step Floors, just trying to drift off the front here. A lot of them are in oxygen debt. But, you know, the stage went up for grabs, and it looks like Michael Valgren is on a good day, trying to come across to him.
Valgren goes, and I think Tom Dumoulin's on the chase at the moment. We'll get begging pardon, is it? It is. Well, after all our criticism yesterday, he may well just take it today, and he grits his teeth, has a look round him. It's a select group that he's quite happy with, and in fact it's the sprightly Ollie Nason it was that bridged over. Apologies for that. Here we go. This is fantastic. Peter Sagan is wondering which moves to follow at the moment.
Well, he has to follow this one. Stuyven can go the way he's done it in the past. So if he swings over and nobody comes through, Stuyven could be putting his hands up in the air, because he's a strong rider and can deliver.
My goodness, and look at this. Peter Sagan says, this is not my duty. I'm fed up with this race. Somebody else is going to have to do it. There he goes. And he just flat hands it. Says, no, I'm not going to follow. If you want it, go for it, and then I'll come and join the fun. But I'm not doing it on my own. My goodness, Peter Sagan, and he kind of looked almost precocious there. Can we say that? And in fact, he's not following this move. He's actually did the flat hand wave as if to say, to hell with it. And Jesper Stuyven has trimmed off the nose with 2.8 to go.
He is, and he's strong enough to deliver this one. It really depends on the other riders behind. If they want to try and win this stage, they have to make an effort. They can't just all sit on Peter Sagan. As you said, Sagan was just had none of it. He tried to follow all the attacks, and you can only follow so many. But yeah, nobody wanted to ride behind, and Stuyven in a good opportunity here to take a second stage win for Trek Segafredo.
Vakoch has set the alarm bells going. He and Jas Sutherland are doing most of the chasing now. Peter Sagan is so disgusted with those around him. He's basically just kicked over the punch bowl, as it were, and he's decided no. And there he is. You can see him. He's just easing out his shoes at the moment, or is he tightening them up? Not quite sure, bottom of your screen, but Sutherland's clean away here. 1.9 from home, and Peter Sagan's not played by the looks of it, right?
Yeah, 10 times it looks as if it comes to the front, but Stuyven has got a great opportunity now. More reinforcements coming from behind, starting to get back on, and I think if there's any teammates from any of the riders that are there thinking of the stage win, they have to get to the front, because 10 seconds is enough for Stuyven to try and stay away.
Yeah, it most certainly is. So there's minor seconds up for grabs. That plays into the hands, minor seconds only, that plays into the hands of the likes of Tom Dumoulin, and I think it's Belgian champion, is it again, Ollie Nason, who picks him back up for AG Tour Le Mondial. Meanwhile, Sutherland is having some fun. 1,300 metres. He took great advantage there of the fact that Peter Sagan was just fed up and people leaning on him. He can't put every fire out. He's not a sapeur-pompier, as they say, and quite frankly, I don't now expect to see Peter Sagan at the pointy end. I'm just having a scan through here, trying to pick him out. He's in the centre of this group. He basically just got fed up with this race. Simple as that. I think it was the final straw. Here comes the rise into town, and Sutherland, Jesper Stuyven, I think he's going to have his fun right now. And here he is. The whistles are blowing. They're all for this man.
Yeah, Marcus Burkhardt, the German champion, came to the front and done his last turn. That's all he can do. But now we're on the main street, heading up towards the final kind of 600 metres now. Stuyven is strong enough to try and deliver this stage. It really depends on if anybody from behind, and I think only Peter Sagan can manage to close this gap. It does look as if Stuyven's taking the second stage win of Trek Segafredo in the Binckbank Tour.
Yeah, indeed. He's on the incline right now. He'll come into the market square as it opens up. The famous sausage shop on your left. Oh my goodness, they were trying to, I think they were winding in the camera bike there, but he had a look at it, so did I, almost distracted. Here we are then, he takes that final 90-degree, he's got the ramp to bring him home, and I think it's minor places for just about everybody else, and this is a protection job as well going on for Tom Dumoulin. His teammate will hoover up some of the spare points. Let's look back into this group, they're battling for it, but with 200 metres to go, I think he's timed it absolutely perfectly. Philippe Gilbert's up towards the fore. Here comes Tom Dumoulin as well, winding it up round the outside. Gilbert next to him, shoulder to shoulder. Out front, I think Jesper Stuyven is going to bring this one home right now. Here's your final turn. But the big turn of the day, I think, was essentially done by Tom Dumoulin, who picks it up late on. Here's Peter Sagan just wrestling himself back in and up towards the fore. It's all too late, I think, to deny Jesper Stuyven, who timed it beautifully. There he is. He holds his arms up. Philippe Gilbert crosses well. Tom Dumoulin punches the air, knowing that he's taken the title. Peter Sagan gets fourth place on the day and sort of drops his head as if to start grumbling almost immediately. But Jesper Stuyven takes another individual push and timed it absolutely perfectly. Lars Boom did it in stage 5 in the run into Sitar, and he has done it today. Well done, Jesper Stuyven. Great timing, great rider, and a great stage win for him. We'll be back to ponder the approach and what this man did after this break.
The Modern Software Factory, a hub of digital transformation. Is this where we come to compete? This is what you build to compete, where insight drives experience, where automation delivers better apps faster, where agile isn't just a buzzword, it's a way of life.
What about security?
Strong, yet frictionless. All working together at scale. It's about moving to new from old.
Oh, that's not right. I'll put mine back on.
One with the game. Players, passion, and victory. Be one with it. Hungry Tire, an official partner of the UEFA Europa League.
Like a beast came to make it hot. We beat the fire start. Bubbling up just like lava, heated like a sauna. Penetrating through your body armor. Rhythmically we massage.
This is Sky Sports Premier League, a new home for all the agony and ecstasy on one dedicated channel. You can find all our live games, a brand new debate show every weeknight, and an enhanced Sky Sports app with new timeline function.
Premier League at its best.
Feel it all with our new Sky Sports Premier League channel.
Welcome back. Great winner today, Brian. He gave it all, but at the right time.
Yes, an exceptional performance. We've seen him do things like this in the past, and he's tried at other times. Very, very strong rider, and a rider that you can't really let go. And Sagan knew that. He tried to limit his gap when he initially went away, but when he swung over, I said at the time, if nobody comes through now, then it could be all over, and it was. Okay, it was close in the end, and it was a huge effort, but he did go at the right time, and he got his just rewards.
He did. Now, did it the Brussels Kern last year, you might remember.
That was from way out, though. That was
Some way out, but this was an entire. Still great heart, and shows that he's just rolling in the energy when he needs to. Clever rider, Debelt, 25 years of age, and does it today. And look at who he beat. Philippe Gilbert finished strongly. Tom Dumoulin takes the title. Peter Sagan in fourth. They've chased Benoot, Nason van Avermaet, Lalagno, Smith, and Dylan van Baal. And I think Tim Wellens, after that clever move by Tom Dumoulin for the intermediate sprint seconds, knew that it was too much of a task to shake off Tom Dom up this incline.
Yeah, on the over the top of the Nordensberg, he was really toiling to stay with the Dumoulin group and had to make an effort to come across. So it was a big effort. But that man there, the Danish champion, made a huge impact today, helping the Stuyven onto the climb where he attacked over the top. So it was a good effort by Mads Pedersen today to try to deliver the stage win, and they got it in the end.
Well, everyone's back in town apart from the belly display team. We've just seen them there by the chapel. Here's our winner. I'm hoping we're going to be able to hear the interview.
Well, he doesn't talk.
He lets his legs do the talking. There we are. May well be having a chat in a moment. They're going to need a big towel and a whole load of cologne to make him acceptable for the podium. He certainly has got a sweat on. It's your finale, Brian.
Yeah, at this stage, he only had to keep on going. The big acceleration from behind, but he still had enough of a gap to kind of hold on. Okay, 1 second, but it was a huge effort from him when you consider the quality of the group behind. But it was onto the square here just before the finish. Soren Kragh Andersen leading Dylan van Baal. Greg van Avermaet trying to come up on the right-hand side. Pires Sagan, who eventually finished third, was there or thereabouts. I think he was just a little bit too far back at this moment in time. Came round this corner and Dylan van Baal was there. Greg van Avermaet tries. You can just see Stuyven in front, but when you're flat out like this, very, very difficult. And then Gilbert comes round the final corner, pushes to the line because he's thinking of moving up the general classification from 10th to 9th. And it looks as if he did that. Tom Dumoulin rode strong today, finishing third and taking more seconds to increase his lead, but punches the air. Happy for Tom Dumoulin. He showed his strength over the last few days that he's a deserved winner of his first Binckbank Tour.
Yes, a new name for a race that's been with us for quite some time, formerly the Eneco, of course. And it's great that the Binckbank have taken it on, and indeed, well, the name will become more familiar, but the finish most certainly is. We saw it a few times today, and maybe they should have been alive to the danger. Jesper Stuyven delivering beautifully today. Tom Dumoulin there, great picture, punching the air, having won the title. A successful year for Tom Dumoulin. Great things expected of him next year when he takes on the Tour de France.
I think even Tim Wellens lost some time on the finish as well. So.
Yeah. Well, after seeing him rolling on the floor many times, it'd be nice to see the official result. But as it doesn't seem we're getting it, I'll give it you myself. Jesper Stuyven takes it ahead of Philippe Gilbert. There's a gap of a second at the front, by the way, to be added to the bonus of our day's winner. Philippe Gilbert, runner-up ahead of Tom Dumoulin, Peter Sagan finished fourth, Chase Benoit rounded out the top five. There was Nathan van Avermaet, Ladinho, Dion Smith and Dylan van Baal. Well, we're just waiting for the podium. There we are. Always the best over all. Leave some air in those lungs for him, he's still panting. Great work. Popular result as well. Well, almost mirror-like the canals and drains in this part of the world. No wind today. And we'll see how we stacked up. In the end, overall, Tom Dumoulin extended his lead 3 times in the day, and in the end finished 17 seconds clear. Intermediate sprint bonuses, 2 of those, plus a bonus at the line, means that he has won the race by a margin of 17 seconds over Wellens, 46 seconds over Stuyven, 51 ahead of Greg van Avermaet, Ollie Nason rounding out the top 5. Michael Valken, Peter Sagan, Lars Bohm, Philippe Gilbert, who finished 9th for this event, and Peter Vakoch rounding out your top 10. Brian, it's been a great race.
Very good race, and close towards the end. Stuyven, courtesy of that attack near the end, I think purely thinking of the stage more than anything, but manages to get on the podium today courtesy of that 10-second bonus. A very good close race, and we see this over the last few years, and this stage always produces a good stage.
It certainly does. Well, long may it continue. Catch your breath time. That's what Jesper Stuyven is doing. We're going to take a leave of you today, but plenty more cycling, of course, here. Your home of cycling is Eurosport. We now wait for the Vuelta, the Tour of Spain, to begin. That'll be in a week's time. I'll have you company for that with Sean Kelly. Plenty more cycling going on, of course, on Eurosport at the moment. We've got the Colorado Classic, of course, looming large almost each day, it seems. Earlier on today we had Regardez, the Women's World Tour event as well. And of course, we're racing in Norway as well as Colorado and just about everywhere else. So, hope you've enjoyed it. We most certainly have. From me, Carter Kirby, and from Brian Smith, we bid you a fond farewell as the accordion music strikes up. Brian, where are we going for a beer, mate?
Your choice tonight. I think you've done exceptionally well this week, and called all the winners, and yes, it's down to you.
Oh, I see. So it's my round, is what you're saying. All right. He dishes the compliments. I dish the primus. We're going to have to stick with our sponsor today, I'm afraid.
Or Binckbank.
Primus. Well, it looks like we may well be holding on to see our podium today as we look at the inflatable Volkswagen. Need anything else that goes on here as well. I'm just hoping that we may well be able to hear from our winner if they provide an interview in English. It looks like we are not going to have that privilege. So we'll take ourselves about. Thank you for your company. It's been a joy. The Binckbank looks like it's got a long and prosperous future. Let's hope so. Bye-bye.
It's the final Grand Tour of the season. It's tough, brutal, punishing. Can Tour de France hero Chris Froome become the first ever Briton to conquer Spain?
Bang! He punches the air.
Vuelta a España starts Saturday 4:15 p.m. live on Eurosport 1 and Eurosport Player, the home of cycling.